everyone, it's Beth from SweetHearts and today I'm with my beautiful younger sister Rosie. So everyone say hi to Rosie in the comments. She loves doing these videos, don't you, Ro?
Yeah.
So I am doing a crown braid. Now I know I've been doing quite a few crown braids recently. However, the last one I did, Alan, the model, had lovely long hair and I brought the big braid over the top. But when you've got shorter hair like Rosie, it's really hard to get that top bit looking nice and thick. It kind of all ends up looking very small, the braids do. So I've seen a trick that I've really liked of how to make shorter hair look longer with a crown braid. So let's get started. Okay, so what I've done, guys, is I've put Rosie's front little bits here just to one side on each side, so she's looking very amazing at the minute, aren't you, Ro? And then I've very loosely, I haven't sort of used a comb, I've just used my fingers, just separated a bit of hair from the top, and then I've just come down at a slight angle like that, okay? So I haven't gone straight down the back of the head, just at a slight angle. I'll just turn her a bit more, and I'm just going to keep that hair out of the way to start with. Okay, so I've just sprayed a little bit of this spray clay, and all that's going to do is just give me a little bit of grip in the hair without sort of using a hairspray that's quite sticky. So I've just sort of lightly misted over Rosie's hair with that before I've started. So I'm just going to start a Dutch braid with this very top bit here. I haven't got to worry too much about the start of it because we are going to be covering it, hopefully, at the end. So Dutch braid as you would normally do, and then I'm just adding these little sections in here. I'm going to turn her around in a minute so you can see it from the other angle. I'm just starting from this way. Sorry, Ro. So adding in the little bits here, and I'm going to be bringing this braid past her left ear. Okay, so we're from the other way now, guys. So adding those sections in, adding a little bit from the side. You don't want to add anything right the way over here yet, just from this area here. And bringing this hair and the braid past her ear. Can you see how I'm not taking that section like that? I'm almost taking the sections down. And again, getting my finger, taking that section down, because basically what I want is the back section of hair to be flowing this way and not across. So again, just adding a bit of the clay, and then I'm going to use my fingers and just start to sort of puff out this braid a bit to give the illusion that we've got more hair going on than we actually have. Again, guys, this section here is going to be taken down and not across. So just with the finger, you don't need a comb. I don't want it to be too neat at this point. Okay guys, so I've just taken my last section now on this left hand side, and rather than bringing that braid all the way around where the hair's going to start getting quite thin, I'm going to stop the Dutch braid there, and you're going to do an ordinary 3-strand. Okay guys, so then you're going to release this section of hair and you're going to start another Dutch braid down here, moving up towards the top. Okay, so I've grabbed another section here. I'm going to start my Dutch braid again. Again, I want these sections to come down the head, okay? Because you're trying to make it look seamless from the back. Really important, guys, to start angling your hands upwards. Don't bring them that way because then the braid won't look right when you pull it up. So make sure your hands are up this way. Just adding in that last section here. And now I'm going to do an ordinary 3-strand, but again try and pull it out and just make it look as big as you can without sort of making it look messy. Okay guys, so what you're going to try and do now, you're going to try and disguise this area here that we've sort of had to restart the braid to be able to bring it across. So don't worry if that bit bunches up at first, just sort of concentrate on where you want this one to sit. So I want it about here because I'm going to put that underneath like that. So about there is where I want it. So I'm just going to get a little grip. You don't need to open these up at all, you just sort of push them through one way and then back down the other way, like that. I'm then going to sort of place this tail underneath that one, like that, and then we'll do some more pinning in a minute there. So just carry on pinning for me, guys, just to disguise that braid. I'm then going to place this tail over the top. Can you see how it's given us that extra volume at the top of Rosie's head there? And then you'll place that underneath this braid here, and again pin that into place. So have a little mess around now, guys, see if any bits need pulling. I think I might just, hold on, if I pull that bit up, you're trying to just make sure you can't see that sort of line at the back. So actually, rather than pinning that down, I'm just udging these bits up. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm just going to release these bits down, guys, so you can decide now whether you want these straight. I'm going to put, I think, a little bit of a bend in them. If I don't like it, I'll straighten it after. So I'm just taking my straighteners, using those straighteners to guide that hair where I want it to go. So guys, we have done the crown braid. I'm really pleased with how this one's turned out because in the past I've tried to do crown braids on shorter hair and you're just left with this really strange, very thin bit at the top, but I think if you just pop your head forward, Ro, I feel like we've sort of like managed to make that nice and chunky from the top, thank you. So hopefully you liked the video. Please comment and subscribe. I'm going to do a little spin for you now, okay? Just give me one sec. So again, thank you for watching, guys, and don't forget you can find me on Instagram at SweetHearts Hair.